In the 21st century, war is no longer confined to the front lines. Drones hum overhead, robotic dogs scout dangerous terrain, and autonomous systems make split-second decisions once reserved for humans. These technologies, originally designed for the battlefield, are beginning to find new homes in our cities, homes, hospitals, and workplaces. As the line between military and civilian technology continues to blur, the emergence of military robotics in civilian life promises to revolutionize our daily existence. But not without raising pressing ethical, social, and legal questions. The evolution of military robotics. Military robotics began as a response to the perennial need to enhance soldier safety, increase operational efficiency, and gain strategic advantages on the battlefield. From unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs, conducting reconnaissance missions to ground robots detecting and defusing improvised explosive devices, IEDs, the primary goal has been to reduce human risk and improve precision. Breakthroughs in artificial intelligence, machine learning, sensor technology, and miniaturization have accelerated the development of advanced robotic systems. These machines can now operate semi-autonomously or fully autonomously in complex environments, often outperforming humans in speed, accuracy, and endurance. The Department of Defense in the United States, for example, has invested heavily in programs like the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, DARPA, which has been instrumental in pushing the envelope of robotic innovation. While the military has led the charge, private corporations and academic institutions have been vital in translating military research into commercial applications. Key civilian applications of military robotics. The migration of military robotics into civilian life is already underway. Here are some of the most significant domains where this transition is taking shape. Public safety and law enforcement. One of the most direct applications of military robotics is in public safety. Police departments are increasingly deploying ground robots and drones for surveillance, crowd monitoring, and bomb disposal. Robotic surveillance drones. Originally used to monitor enemy movements, these drones are now employed by law enforcement agencies for real-time surveillance of public events or during search and rescue operations. Bomb disposal units. The same robotic arms used to dismantle IEDs in conflict zones are now deactivating suspicious packages in urban centers. Non-lethal robotic units. Some robotic systems are now equipped with non-lethal weapons like tear gas or rubber bullets, designed for riot control or hostage situations. Disaster response and emergency services. Military robotics excel in high-risk environments, making them ideal for disaster response. Search and rescue drones. Equipped with thermal imaging and audio sensors, drones can locate survivors trapped under rubble following earthquakes or building collapses. Robotic exoskeletons. Initially designed to augment soldier performance, exoskeletons are now being tested for use by firefighters and emergency medical responders to carry heavy equipment or patients. Autonomous supply vehicles. Just as the military uses unmanned vehicles to deliver supplies to troops, similar technology can deliver medicine, food, or rescue tools in disaster-struck areas inaccessible to humans. Healthcare and rehabilitation. Healthcare is one of the most promising fields for the civilian adaptation of military robotics. Robotic surgery. Military investments in telemedicine and robotic surgery, allowing doctors to operate remotely in war zones, have paved the way for sophisticated surgical robots in hospitals. Prosthetics and mobility devices. Advances in neuroprosthetics and robotic limbs have enabled more natural, responsive movement for amputees, a development born from efforts to rehabilitate injured soldiers. Rehabilitation robots. Exoskeletons and robotic therapy assistants are now helping stroke victims and spinal cord injury patients regain mobility. Agriculture and environmental monitoring. Agricultural robotics are undergoing a revolution thanks to technology rooted in military reconnaissance. Autonomous tractors and drones. Precision farming technologies use drones for crop surveillance and autonomous tractors for planting and harvesting, optimizing yield and reducing labor costs. Landmine detection. Technologies used to detect landmines are now being adapted for soil analysis, pollutant detection, and archaeological exploration. Wildlife monitoring and poaching prevention. Drones and ground bots are used in wildlife reserves to monitor endangered species and deter poachers, similar to how UAVs patrol military perimeters. Transportation and logistics. Robotic systems designed for military supply chain logistics are being reimagined for civilian use. Self-driving vehicles. Military programs have driven innovation in autonomous navigation systems, which are foundational for self-driving cars. Drone delivery systems. Military drones that supply soldiers with ammunition and medicine are now being repurposed by companies like Amazon and UPS for consumer package delivery. Warehouse robotics. The algorithms and sensors used for robotic navigation in military environments are now powering intelligent warehouse robots that manage inventory with unprecedented efficiency. Home and personal use. While it may seem far removed, military-grade robotics are making their way into everyday consumer products. Home security drones. Inspired by military surveillance, compact home drones can patrol properties and alert homeowners to intrusions. Robotic assistance. AI-enabled robotic systems, originally trained for battlefield tasks, are now being refined to assist the elderly and disabled with daily tasks, from lifting heavy objects to medication reminders. Ethical and social implications. As military robotics become embedded in civilian life, several ethical and societal challenges arise. Privacy concerns. Surveillance drones and facial recognition systems raise red flags regarding personal privacy. If these technologies are used without clear regulations, they risk becoming tools of mass surveillance. Militarization of public spaces. Deploying robots originally designed for combat in civilian environments can lead to an unsettling militarization of everyday life. This shift can increase public anxiety and erode trust in institutions. Job displacement. Automation driven by military-grade robotics may threaten jobs in transportation, agriculture, and manufacturing. While some argue this shift will create new types of employment, the transition could be turbulent without appropriate retraining programs.